Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017, and welcome back to Upton Farm. So, as always, we'll bring you up to speed on what's going on here. We're on the east side of the map, and I've turned under field 24. We had field 24, 27, and 28 planted with soybeans. Something happened. They didn't become ripe. They didn't go into harvest stage when we expected them to, so I turned them under. I've got now at field 24, I've got our T7 with a drill on it, and I figured let's get something into this field. And I guess canola. I mean, we're going to put in a winter crop. At the moment, I have to say I don't trust soybeans, so I don't want to put soybeans in here again. I am going to put soybeans in again on fields 27 and 28 as sort of an experiment to see. I don't know if I don't know what happened. I don't know if I made a mistake. I don't know if there's a problem with the map. I don't know if there's a problem with seasons. I don't want to speculate. So we are going to do field work. We are going to do fertilizing and seeding. This is field 24. .6 meter, starting location, current vehicle position, automatic, deactivated. We're going to do 2 headlands. After, we're going to go clockwise. Is that right? Generate the course. Let's take a look. Pretty good to me. So we need to see now. Give me a start point. You see one? Maybe. Looking for a start point. There we go. So, turn that off for immersion. Speeds are all good. Ooh, it's a little fast. Turn that down. Turn that down. Turn that down. Start from first waypoint. Fertilizers deactivated. These fields are all triple fertilized, 3 layers, so we don't need to worry about that for the moment. Deactivated. Activated. Right. And let's see how she goes. And I did switch that over to canola, right? Second guessing myself. Yep, sure enough. Canola it is. And we can, just again to double check, yes, we can plant canola at this time of year. Fantastic. So there's our winter canola going in. Or OSR, as you may say. And moment, please. Are we? I don't want to be buying. Yeah. Off and off. Perfect. So, field 24 will be winter canola. Now, next door, and we had talked about this. Next door is another big field. And here's our T6 with a broadcast spreader on it, so you know what that means. Done. And we'll put something in here. We'll put something in here. I don't know, I guess another winter crop. I don't want to do too many winter crops, and then we don't have anything to do in the spring. And there are some crops that we can't plant in the fall. There's some crops that aren't really winter crops, so we'll get this field cultivated, and then I don't know. I'd like to finish off this side of the map for fall. So we've got to fertilize our grass fields to get that done, and we'll have at least one field in. We might put a second one in, and then I don't know. Hard to say what else we'll do with this side of the map. I don't know that we'll do a whole lot more over here this fall, but I know everything on this side of the map will be prepped for next spring. Maybe we'll do one. This is a fairly flat field. Yeah, maybe we'll do one wheat field for straw bales. And since it's a relatively flat field, we can do round bales on here and they won't be rolling away everywhere. Right? Which means we can get a round bale wrapper. If we get a round bale wrapper, we can also use it to make silage bales. So, something to think about. We've got a few minutes. We've at least got till the end of this episode. So, what is that, half an hour or so? I woke up, I don't know, probably 4:30 this morning, 5 this morning. Not cool. But I did sleep a little bit. Woke up early, cracked a Red Bull, and figured I would knock out a farm vid straight away before I start my regular day, my work day. So we'll get this done quick, get it uploaded. I threw together, and when I say threw together, I don't mean I just slam dunk it, but I threw together kind of a quick American truck simulator vid last night. Put that one up as well. And yeah, I feel like I'm getting into a bit of a schedule with the channel as far as what I'm posting and when. And that's something that I hadn't really thought about. Initially my posts were sort of random, I guess. But I wanted to be on a bit of a schedule, just so there's some predictability. So people know that this is going to be available on this day, this is going to be available on this day. Although having said that, I also posted a Train Sim World West Somerset Railway video yesterday that was completely unexpected. The DLC, the West Somerset DLC dropped, well, for me anyway, without a lot of notice. Other people may have had a date or known when it was coming, but I knew it was expected, I just didn't know when exactly, and then all of a sudden there it was. So wanted to get that out straight away, and I did. It's a good DLC. It's Train Sim World is different, I think, at least what I've seen of it so far. The DLC seemed to be more compact, maybe is a good word. More specific. They're not really... I guess I got used to Truck Sim DLC, which are, you know, great big regions of the United States, or entire states, or whole regions of Europe. And to see something like a relatively small area of railroad in Somerset represented, and just a couple locomotives. Initially it feels, to me anyway, initially it feels a little almost disappointing. Right? Like you're expecting more. But playing it yesterday, I had to remind myself that the quality was as important as the amount, and the quality to me certainly seems to be there. I really enjoyed seeing it, and I haven't confirmed this yet, but it seems to be almost like a period piece, that it's a representation of a railroad from maybe the 1940s or 1950s. I don't know that yet. It could just be a modern railroad, a contemporary railroad that chooses to use classic equipment, or they just haven't seen a need or felt a need to replace their equipment in quite some time. But regardless, it's got a very nice feel to it, kind of a classic feel. So I did enjoy that. And I haven't seen yet what the next DLC is supposed to be, but if it's anything like Train Simulator 2018 and that entire series, if it's anything like that, I imagine it will be that there will be quite a bit. I'm going to hop into this field right here. This is our, I guess, our northernmost grass field on this side of the map, and I don't know if this has been or can be fertilized. So I figure while we're here, sure enough, it can be. Okay, cool. So we'll knock this out, and that'll be one more thing on this side of the map done for next spring. What do we want to do about crops? Do we want to put in a lot of crops on this side of the map now for winter? We'll have less to do in the spring, and I don't think we'll have enough money to really buy a lot of fields. To buy that field across the highway, I borrowed another 100,000 pounds, so we're back to, our loan is back to 330,000 pounds, and that's after we just sold the CR 9.90 and paid off over 300,000 of loan. So we seem to be carrying quite a bit of debt, which is not, it's not the worst thing, but it's also not the best thing. Boy, that thing just eats canola. Let us pull this up right here. Set the brake. And we'll have to, how do we want to do this? There's a couple ways we can do this. We can drive down and buy seed. We don't have a front loader though. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this the right way. So, hop in here. Monica, take a break for a minute. Alright, get rid of that momentarily. And I am so glad I found that thread, that comment about DirectX, which DirectX you're rendering via, and knowing that I had manually put in DX9 to overcome that lighting glitch when I first got FS17, and not even thinking that I'm running DirectX 12. I mean, everybody is. That's the current V. And knowing that bumping that manual setting up in the game config file not only gets rid of that bar, but I feel like it just changes, for me, the whole look of the game. It looks, to me, it looks significantly better than it has in the past, as it should if you're going from DirectX 9 to DirectX 11. All right. Now, we don't have a front loader, so we can do this a couple of ways. One way is we can cheat, and the other way is set the brake. Now, what does this thing hold? 800? Because we've got handbags. Somewhere we've got handbags, right? These are fertilizer. No, this is seed. It says it's seed. Corn seed, soybean seed, canola seed. 30 liters. Well, let's try one and see how she goes. 7%, 8%. So we can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This thing has a get it? Right. This has a tank that goes on the front, but it's a tank for fertilizer, not seed. And it holds enough, I guess. It holds... I thought it was 1,000 liters, but maybe it's not. All right. So this will get us half full. This is a little tedious. I think maybe this will be the only time we do this. Right. So then 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to get too many, and then we'll have one laying around the parking lot. So these last couple we might just do. Right? You know what I mean? We'll make sure we don't get too much. There you go. There you go. All right. 2/3. But we are being realistic. No front loader. No cheating. Right. Come on. Where are we at? 83%. Let's try 2 of these. Come on. There it is. So that's 1. 2. 600 liters. Okay, I thought it was more than that. Come on. There it is. 99%. Okay. Well, that's kind of all you can hope for. So, start it up. Lift it up. Fold it up. Back to field 24. I don't know if it's going to finish, but what I might do is... I don't know. Maybe I'll do a little off-camera magic, because I don't think I want to do what I just did a second time. At least not on camera. That was a little bit slow, a little bit tedious. Try to keep things moving a little faster. Right. So we'll get this guy back to field 24, and I think we can pick up right where we left off. Course play, as long as I didn't delete that course. Oh, I hope I didn't. I think I just closed the window. I don't think I deleted it. Well, that'd be terrible if I did. Alright. Finish field 24. Driving this New Holland T7 like a two-door Honda. How I feel about that. Right. Perfect. Nearest waypoint. Let's see how we do here. Perfect. We'll keep an eye on that corner of our eye, because it did drain pretty quick last time. Although it may be able to finish that field. It's sort of a bean shape, so I'm not sure if it will Right, as it gets to the other side of the field, if it's going to have less area, less volume to work with. We'll see. Right, hop in here now. Lift it up, break off. Here we go. Right, so this will be all our grass fields on this side of the map done, if nothing else, and one field planted, one field drilled. While we're here, let's just go knock this out. Interesting. Interesting. Wonder how long this is going to go on for. Well, this is really not helping the video. Is this just going to continue? You've got to be kidding me. Come on, man. Okay. Fantastic. Just not letting go, huh? Fantastic. Oh no, there it is. I have no idea. And as far as, pulling some type of a record or an archive to see, what caused that. Obviously, that was a background process of some kind. I don't think that had anything to do with the game. But, what did that? And how do I track the history of the background processes that were running to find out what did that and make it, not do it again? Right. That was a good 10 or 15 seconds. Okay. It's an absolute mystery to me. It does it. It does it in, I think, all of the Sims that I play, and it does it with no real rhyme or reason. At least that I can see. I don't. Yeah, I feel like I can't get out in front of it because I don't even know what it is. It's very, very frustrating. Right. So we're going to park this up right here. Set the brake. And we're going to run down here. Now before our T7 gets down to empty again. I think I may just tell it to buy seed. Simplify things a little bit. But we'll see how it's doing. This is our last field that we have to turn under. It's not course play, is it? No. I don't know. When I'm done here, I'll check and see if we're downloading Windows updates. I mean, I have all that stuff. I thought I had it all turned off so that it only happens in the middle of the night, and it's definitely not the middle of the night. I don't know. It's frustrating, you know, to be this far into a video and have that happen. And you know, it's not just the time of starting again. I think I've said this before. It's the, you know, doing the same thing twice. The first time you do it, it's sort of fresh and fun and cracking jokes and everything's and then the second time you do it, it just feels fake and stale. It's hard to explain. So I really don't like doing things twice. And I don't mind the work. I mean, it's all just gaming, and I would never mind gaming. I think it's just the idea of, you know, doing things the second time and trying to make it as good as the first time. Right, so it looks like the T7 is going to run out, so I will, in another minute here, I'll go ahead and swap that over to tell the worker to buy seeds. Moment. There we go. Perfect timing. So just as we get done here, we'll need to get an oil change, but we can do that when we drop off this power harrow that we have on here. We need to drop it off at the store, and that's where we'll get our oil change done. So that works out perfectly. Okay, cool. I'll finish this field, and I will let the T7, if it's not done by the time I'm done on here, on this field, I will let the T7 finish off camera, and then we'll hop back in next episode and go from there. Figure out what we want to do with the rest of the fields on this side of the map. And we have one more grass field to fertilize with the broadcast spreader, and then that will be it for grass fields on this side of the map. They'll all be prepped for next spring. We're still mowing on the west side of the map. We have the mowers and the trailed forager out, and we're gathering up the last of our grass. I would hope to get, I think we have almost 450 tons in the clamp right now. I was hoping to get 500 tons in there, but I think we might be able to get 600 tons in, which would, if the price holds, and it may actually go up. It came down a little bit after we sold some, but the price could go up just as easily as go down. But if it holds right around 500 pounds per ton, Nope. Not what I want. If it holds at 500 pounds per ton, then 600 tons is 300K that we would get in the spring Well, we get it any time. We can get it this winter. Whenever it's fermented, we can go ahead and pull the cover off and start putting it into the hopper. And then, well, that's the other thing. We've got fertilizer in our broadcast spreader. We're going to use the rest of that, I guess, this fall, you could say. But we're also getting a lot of digestate in the tank at the BGA, and we can use that as well. We do need to get a slurry spreader for it, but it's fertilizer that we don't have to necessarily buy anymore, because it's a free byproduct that we get when we sell silage at the BGA. So it makes sense to use it. In fact, at a certain point, we have to use it, because if not, the tank will get too full and we won't be able to sell silage anymore. And I'm also noticing how, I guess because of the way this power harrow contours to the ground, it seems like we're missing quite a bit here. So some of this maybe I can go back over in the other direction. We'll figure it out. Right. It's sort of a shame to turn this soybean under, but I wasn't sure what else to do with it, and I didn't think we were going to have any luck as far as harvesting it. It just didn't seem like something that was going to resolve itself. I felt like we would have waited till it withered, and then we wouldn't even have been able to plow it in as green manure. Alright. Nearly done? Nearly done. One more pass. Right. One more? One more. Cool. So, get this folded up. Soybeans are turned under. Winter wheat, at least one field of winter wheat is planted. Most of the grass is fertilized. We'll drop off this power harrow, get an oil change, fertilize one more field, and I guess this side of the map will be done. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 2017. We'll see you next time. Take care now.